All right, so ladies and gentlemen, what we have here today is the 1500 millimeter P-47 from FMS. I've had this plane for a while, picked it up used. It was a little bit scratched up, beat up and stuff. Loved flying it though, right? Well, a couple months ago, right before Christmas, I was flying around, teaching a buddy's friend how to fly. And I was flying this thing around, and we ended up having a military collision, right? My first ever, so I thought it was pretty epic. Unfortunately, I didn't get it on video, so that kind of sucks, right? But it crashed. I had it sitting there on the side, and I was debating it. I was just kind of going to take all the electronics off of it and then maybe toss it, you know? And the main reason for tossing it was because it spit up the motor when it crashed, right? So it broke a prop, and as I was coming in, I almost saved it. I was about to just come in and bell end it right near the flight line, and I ended up going into some mesquite trees. And so it took some pretty good damage, right, from the hit. And the main hit came out on the, I want to say this is the right wing? Yeah, right wing. So I kind of have it together because I was testing to see if I could even fix this. But basically that's what we got there. A couple pieces of wing, right? But I'm going to be honest with you guys, right? One of the things I really enjoy doing is fixing foam planes. I like painting them too. I like messing around with them, right? New stuff is cool, but when you get an old beat up plane and you do a repaint and all that stuff is cool. And the satisfaction of putting this thing back together, I think it's going to be good. Probably not going to be real fast, but I'll show the process of how I'm going to do it. And I'm actually going to strip all the stickers off. I'm going to repaint the whole aircraft. I got an idea of what scheme I'm going to go with. It'll probably take me a few months, and it all depends really on how many parts I need. So the motor, I'll show you here on the video, some of the wires came kind of loose on it. When I pulled them off, they were all intertwined with each other, just bent like this. And so motor might not be good, but we'll see, because I have another 4258 from P-51, so we'll see. All right. Retracts and everything are good. I tested all the servos. All the servos seem fine, right? Right here, the ESC, same thing. The wires intertwined, so the ESC might be bad. But even if so, it's a 70 amp. I should have something laying around that'll work. Okay. All right. Other than that, the big damage, right? So I kind of just showed you the wing, right? So I kind of want to show this right here. Okay. Check this out. So you see this right here, talking to me. Look at that. The other half is right here. Right. Biggest issue here is that the motor mount, where the motor mount goes, is all busted. Good thing is that I'm able to see exactly how it went in. So it went like this. So I'm gonna be able to glue this back in, build a mount around it. I'm gonna use hot glue. I'm gonna use epoxy, and then on the face here or on the back here, I'm gonna build a plate to kind of glue on there and strengthen out the cowl on it. And then other than that, the back end didn't take no damage. I mean, yeah, it's got a little bit, but if I paint this and I put a little bit of bond, a little bit of work into it, the back's not a problem. All the gears, like I said, work. Everything else stayed working on it. I had to take apart all this wing because I'm going to attempt to glue it back together. And what I'll do is, throughout this repair, I'll show some of my methods, right? So I have some funny methods of putting things together, right? So like, for instance, when I'm gluing these things back together, I like to use a little bit of epoxy. Or even foam tack, right? Because it does work great. You know, foam tack's amazing stuff. But I tend to use epoxy in some of these hard surfaces, right? But I don't want to sit here holding it for forever. So I have a really good hot glue gun somewhere around here. And so I'll put epoxy on most of it. And on certain little corners, I use a little bit of hot glue just to hold it there. So that way I can move on to other things while I'm building, while I'm continuing to work. So as I put this thing together and as I work it and as I make small videos on whether or not the electronics are still working and stuff, I'll post it up. Some of you guys might be interested in, some of you guys might not, but it'll just show some of the repairs. Like, you know, I was actually contemplating, like I said, pulling everything out and tossing it, because at the end of the day, in the box right here, you guys will see it here soon. I'm doing an unboxing video with John Nunes from Nunes Airborne RC on the Nexa P-47, the 59-inch Touch of Texas. I'm going to be doing a unbox on that. And that's another P-47, but there's something about fixing a foam plane, giving it a full paint job, adding some decals. It's just, I enjoy doing it. That Spitfire up there, that was a heck of a project. I haven't even shown you guys because I did the remating on the MiG, but I had to repair all that. I thought that was fun, but that wasn't a lot of like Bondo work and hand work, right? That was more of just buying parts and putting it back together, because that one was kind of far. It had already been fixed once by the previous owner, once again by me, and so having that one there was kind of a, you know, like just buy the new fuse, and if anything ever happens, hopefully not, but we fix it, right? So I'm gonna take you guys on this little, in my opinion, I think it's a cool journey, right? I'll show some of the stuff. I'm not gonna do a full video on everything, but on certain things, like when I'm doing the wings, I'll post that up. When I'm doing parts of the cow, I'll do that up. I am going to attempt to repair this cow, so I might end up 3D printing an engine and cutting it to fit in there like that, so that I can save as much money as I can in the build. One, I can't find this right now because it's on back order, but two, I really just want to put it back together without really spending much. So if the motor's good, the motor goes back in. I did have to order the props, which I have sitting over there. I was going to use those on that P-47, but I'm not using this motor because I needed something a little different. And I got an idea for that one. Stay tuned for that one because I want to make that thing a screamer, that next P-47. So we're going to put this thing together. I'm going to try to, like I said, I'm going to try to repair all these little cracks on the bottom. As you guys can see here, this thing is busted. If I do use it and I do fix it, I'll put how I do it to repair this. I have an idea of how I'm going to do it, especially because it's on the bottom, so it won't look as bad. But yeah, so I'll keep you guys tuned on this one, on how I fix this, if I do fix it, okay? Other than that, the gear's good, all that stuff is good. I am going to use the gear from this one, not the whole thing on that P-47, but I got another, just the gear part, coming from a friend from the field that has it. So I'm gonna get that from him, and then I'm gonna put this together. But I just find it to be a fun project, something I can put together, maybe make a few videos on, and then take you from the repair, right, all the way through the painting to the maiden flight, and probably be a few months because I'm gonna show you guys right now so you guys can see. I'm just done with my degree now, so I have some time to do some projects. But starting from repaint of that's gonna get repainted. I gotta show you guys, I'm gonna do I already made it, but I'm gonna fly it again, do a video on that, right? I got a P-47 that's gonna get built sometime this year. Parts are sitting right there. You guys haven't seen this P-38, and that's gonna come up soon. I haven't flown that yet. I'm having a little issue with thrust issues on the motors. I got a 80-inch wingspan Bearcat sitting right there. And then the P-47 is right there on top of, inside my closet, I got another one. And this is one you guys haven't seen here yet either. And this will be made for me soon. Thanks to John for this one. And this one, I've already been working on it a little bit, just painting the front. I don't like exposed foam. So I like to paint all the exposed foam. So I painted all the exposed foam, re-decaled it, right? All the exposed foam is painted. But really, I just kind of want to show you guys this. And I know it looks like a handful, but I feel like I'm gonna have fun doing it. So why not, right? What's the worst case happen? I fix it all up and it don't fly right? I highly doubt that, because this is a very great flying model. So we're gonna go to town on this, and hopefully everything comes out good. But stay tuned. I also got sitting right there, that's coming up soon. That's getting all kind of upgrades. I got a 90 mil in runner. I got 130 amp ESC. Everything's gonna be good to go. I picked this thing up from a buddy of mine down in Douglas. So this thing's gonna get all set up. Hopefully it goes a little faster. I read a bunch on the forum, so hopefully I can fix all those little things and it flies good. But I will be posting up everything I do to that on top of a maiden flight and everything on that. So stay tuned. Got a lot of stuff coming here for the channel, and hopefully just have some fun. So we got some on-road stuff to do here soon too. But the main video here is putting this FMS P-47 back together. Humpty Dumpty, We'll see if it actually comes out and how it does. But keep you guys posted on the repairs and stuff. So, anywho, this is it. This is P-47. Stay tuned as the journey begins to make this thing into not just flyable, but has to look pretty in the air, right? All right, so LJ Hobby Life out.